Our next guest has interviewed presidents. She's walked red carpets. She's been punked. She kicked some ass at WrestleMania. She was touched by the Human Torch. She's the leader of the Heel Squad. And after everything that she's been through, we found out she is designed to last. A true, beautiful warrior. Let's hear it for Maria Menounos. What's up, Maria?
Oh my God, what a beautiful intro.
Oh, thank you. You like that?
Wow, I love that. And she's designed to last. You know what? I am. Thank you, God, for designing me to last. This is amazing.
Yeah, this show is now streaming on Hulu. I watched it. It's amazing. You were making it rain. You were blowing shit up. And honestly, there is some similarity to your life because lately you've been throwing a lot of curveballs, but like the title of this show, you somehow keep kicking ass, designed to last. So congrats on that.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I really appreciate it. The show was so much fun to do because I've always secretly wanted to be a part of a home design renovation kind of show. And behind the scenes for the last 3 decades, because of my husband and my dad, we have been in construction nonstop. You will never come to a property and not see construction happening. And so when I was there, I was able to kind of participate in a way where I was like a sprinkle next to Eric and Wendell. I don't know how much of it, was, I don't know. It was just so much fun. Like I really was just so excited to get to be a part of it. And they were really fun and they were so great at what they did. And I think it's a timely show because we're dealing with so many extreme weather situations and climate change. And just like kind of I talk about in the health world, like you can't really just leave it to someone else. You have to be the CEO of your health. I think our homes are becoming kind of similar where we're going to have to start thinking about how do we weatherproof our homes? How do we, take this up a notch where, if you're having a hurricane coming at you, we know people are going to put plywood up. That's great. Some people are using some sandbags. I mean, what's the next thing? Or if you're in a fire zone, you might want to use what they did on their homes where they used a fire retardant paint. I didn't even know that existed. So I think it's so entertaining, but you'll actually learn something practical. And I love that. For me, I love learning and I love when it's done that way.
I've seen a lot of these improvement shows, but I feel like this show is kind of like got a spice of Mythbusters in it too. It's like a science fair project. I want to talk about the production on the show because I saw 2x4s flying at the houses. You guys dropped snow on the houses. What is it like when it's production day and you're about to create these national big disasters, natural disasters right on the set? It seems like quite the setup.
Yeah, there were some scary moments. And I had my daughter there with me and I was like, oh gosh, keep her really far away from this because I told the producers I didn't want to know exactly what they were going to hit them with because I wanted to be surprised. I love being surprised. I think it's so fun. So it wasn't just snow, it was like 5 billion tons. Like it was the most extreme. And it was fun. I love blowing shit up. I thought that was so much fun. And it was wild to watch their hopes and dreams just go shattered. Like, because think about it. Everyone starts with the same tiny home. You have 10 hours from the second it leaves my mouth, what they're going to deal with. Say it's wind, say it's fire. They have 10 hours from concept to build. And most of them didn't have enough time to even test their idea. So they had this like wild dreamer idea and then they had to just pray it would work. And we were praying right alongside with them. We're like, oh gosh, I don't know. And some of them were so innovative. Some of them were more practical. It was cool to see how people approach things. And then just the anticipation. When they saw these big things, cranes coming out with snow or the wind machines that were just making us fly as humans, it was bananas. So they definitely went full throttle on the experience. So it's definitely an experience, like a entertaining experience for people watching.
Maria Menounos is here. Designed to Last is streaming now on Hulu. It's a part home competition, part science experiment, and all 4 episodes are available now. I know we talk about these houses getting hit with stuff, but here in the last 10 years, you've been hit with a brain tumor, cancer, your mother passing. You've been on this healing journey, Maria. What's the biggest thing that you're actually focusing on day to day now to continue on this healing journey that you're on?
Well, I have my accountability partner, my podcast, Heal Squad. That is what keeps me on track every day. I'm learning every single day from the guests that I'm bringing in. And I've started doing some events. So I just had one recently on Cape Cod called the Day of Reset, where we reset nervous systems. I think my biggest message for everybody is that you have to be the CEO of your health. You can't just farm it out and think somebody's going to know all the ins and outs of you, and your health is individual. And if you just put a little bit of focus into learning some of these practical things, you can make a lot of difference in your own health. But also, the other biggest part is that healing is possible. And I think that's why God has spared me. And so I think that I'm meant to show people that it is possible. And I show them behind the scenes every day by bringing them to the right healer and having magical experiences in one session for people. You can heal. Sometimes you just need to know the right people that will unlock it for you. But healing is possible. And if you can hold on to that hope, you can get through anything.
How do you reset your nervous system? I mean, I've heard of resetting the computer, and usually when a computer's pissing me off, you reset it, and then all of a sudden the computer starts functioning better. But like, what is the easy way, or what is the process to reset your nervous system?
That's the thing. We take care of our computers. We take care of our cars. Our car overheats. We send it to the mechanic. We don't do that for ourselves. So an easy one is just pushing your fingertips back. That literally will reset your nervous system. It is amazing.
Seriously?
Yes. It's such a practical little tip. You can do it up against your steering wheel in the car. If you keep doing this, I did this on an acupuncture table once, and I went numb and I thought I was floating. And I said, "Did you put a needle somewhere else?" And he goes, "No, Maria, it's just
just bending the finger one by one, just bending them back."
Yeah. And then there are so many, like we did yoga nidra on the beach with everyone. If you have that moment in your day where you are cooked and you are overheated, go on YouTube yoga nidra, Nidra. They have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. My sweet spot's the 20-minute. I will go upstairs. I will put my headphones on. I will listen to this. It's a guided experience that literally will take you into like a lull where you just float away, and then they'll bring you back with a breath, and then you're back and you feel like you slept for hours and you're refreshed. That's a nervous system reset. There's so many things that I put in that program that people can do at home. And because I'm not here to sell people on anything. Like, let's just see what we can do that's accessible. And yeah, it was really, really powerful.
Check out Maria's podcast. It's called Heal Squad. It's available on Spotify and Apple. Also, the new show, Designed to Last, streaming now on Hulu. I heard you say on your podcast that people really have to listen to their bodies. What were the signs for you? I mean, you had a brain tumor, you had cancer. What finally made you say to yourself, something's not right? What were you feeling specifically?
When you feel symptoms, you can't shush them. And a lot of us have kind of grown up in that era of like, hustle, 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 push through, you're fine, and we don't want to listen to our bodies. First of all, some people are just scared to even go to the doctor because they don't want to know. We can't have that, guys. You have to know, because you have a chance when you know. And so I was feeling the brain tumor. I started feeling pain in my ear. I was so fatigued. And I went to the doctor finally because of the ear pain, thinking I had like an ear infection. And then I diagnosed myself, because once I started saying the symptoms out loud, I was having headaches. I was slurring my speech. And I go, oh my gosh, I think I have a brain tumor like my mom. And when we got the MRI, I was correct. The pancreas, I was having really like bad pain in my upper left side. And it would come and it would go. I was having all these bloating situations. I got an endoscopy. I got a colonoscopy. I got a CT scan. They missed it. And luckily, an outside full body scan caught it. Um, there is so many signals that your body is sending you all day long. You cannot just dismiss them and think that it's just exhaustion, because it might not be. It might be something else. So then keep a health journal. I have had a health journal in my notes folder on my iPhone since 2017. It literally describes everything I'm feeling. And now with AI, I'm actually going to put it through through chat and say, can you organize all my symptoms and tell me what is the most common symptom I'm feeling? So when I go to the doctor, I can even do this so much faster. What are the patterns that I haven't been paying attention to? And what could that be creating in my body? Like, I've had chat become, and I was so anti AI, but I've had it become a really great collaborator. It's not the answer. It's not your doctor, but a collaborator that can help you think of something new is powerful.
You've had some kind of life, Maria, and you look great, by the way. I mean, still glowing here. And you've had the opportunity to interview so many interesting people. I read that you interviewed every president since Clinton, or maybe George W. Bush. Is that true?
George W. Bush. All the presidents. George W. Trump. Trump not in office, actually, technically, but George W. Bush, Clinton, Barack Obama. Yeah. My husband, we have a library, and my husband decided to do blow up pictures of all the presidents. So that's how I remember. I just kind of look in there. I'm like, okay.
Of all of them, which one made you feel the most welcome or the most at ease?
They all did.
All of them?
Everybody has a good side. And I think we forget that sometimes. I think I was really meant to be a journalist because I'm incredibly fair. And when I was on the campaign trail and I interviewed all of the presidential hopefuls in 2008, I found good in all of them. Everybody had something good. And so everyone's been incredibly gracious, every single one of them, all along the way.
Yeah, now you're an 80s kid like me. So let's just say you wake up tomorrow morning and it's 1985. What is Maria going to do tomorrow morning if it's 85? What are you doing?
Well, if it's 85, I'm 7. So I'm probably playing in my backyard. But if I was an adult in 1985, oh my God, I'd be going to a Guns N' Roses concert. No freaking question.
What about if it's 1995? You would have been like a junior in high school. What do you think Maria's doing if she wakes up in 95? And what were you listening to? Because you love 90s music, I hear.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was New Kids on the Block era.
You were hanging tough then.
I was so hanging tough. Yeah, I think I was in that era, but I was also like still loving my, heavy metal and my reggae. I loved everything.
Is it true that you were once a telemarketer and a sausage vendor? Is that true?
Yes.
How did you get your big break? How do you go from sausage vendor to interviewing presidents?
I literally left a sausage cart, got my job at Channel One News, flew to LA, and then I made it to LA. I think it was July 10th, 2000, because 9/11, I was there. Maybe it was 2001. Yeah, 2001. And, or 2000, I can't remember. Anyway, point is, I fly cross country. I just got my big job. I'm moving to LA. I got my bags. I go to my executive producer's office and he goes, "Hey kid, you're getting on a plane to interview Lars Ulrich in DC. And I'm like, "Wait, what? I just got here." And he goes, "Yeah, you're getting on a plane. Go." And I'm like, "Okay." And that was my first interview. And then right after that, I interviewed President George W. Bush on the campaign trail right before that crazy election where it was like, he won, no, he won, no, he won, no, he won. And I was in Austin for that. It was the most incredible experience.
I hear Metallica is going to be playing the Sphere. Have you been to a show at the Sphere yet?
I haven't, but I will go to that. I did get to see Metallica in the Hamptons last summer. I drove out just because I was like, SiriusXM had this like private concert and it was so much fun. I headbanged like a little girl because I was like, this is my rock dream come true. I never got to see them. I used to clean up after them at the nightclub at the Channel. Now, not them specifically, but all the hard rockers. And so I went in with my hard rock outfit and I headbanged like a crazy person. It was so much fun. And then I had neck pain the next day. I'm like, I don't know why my neck hurts so much. And then I go, oh, remember, Maria, when you used to have your air guitar, your plastic little blow up air guitar, and you used to headbang like a crazy person? Yeah, that's what it is.
So what do you think makes you such a great interviewer? You've had the opportunity to be on red carpets and interview presidents, like we said. I know that you definitely are fair. We heard that. But what do you think makes you so successful as an interviewer?
I love talking to people and I love listening. That was something that I got a lot of compliments from. Charlie Sheen actually was like, he's like, you listen. He's like, nobody listens. And I was like, oh, thanks. That was before he went on his tour. But yeah, I love having conversations with people. I love talking to people. It was never about the agenda, although there were moments where agenda had to matter when you had 8 minutes with people. But I really love talking to people and I love hearing their stories.
You can hear her stories if you listen to her podcast called Heal Squad. You can also watch Designed to Last, now streaming on Hulu. We interview a lot of people on this show. Kevin Costner once told me that he collects cars from his movies. Alan Alda says he collects umbrellas. Tom Hanks told me that he collects typewriters. Is there anything that Maria Menounos that you like to collect? Do you have a collection of anything?
No, I'm not a collector. I think I collect knowledge. That's what I love collecting.
Dropping knowledge and picking up knowledge. Well, we'll keep learning and we'll keep evolving. Enjoy that journey of healing. And thank you so much for your time. I'm going to go watch I watched the first 3 episodes, but I'm excited to watch the last episode on Hulu of Designed to Last. Maria Menounos, thank you so much for your time and keep on this incredible journey that you're on.
Thank you. And you are a great interviewer. And damn with that intro. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. That's you're making me blush. That's made my day. All right, Marina, you have a great day. Thank you so much for your time. Peace out.
You too.
Later.
Have a good one.